My name is Joel. I am Cherry's marketing manager. We're talking about stock hacking. She's got an interesting story about a trade she made with an interesting company. Who is that company?
I think it's called Nicola. And I had no idea what Nicola does until my staff over there who told me, her husband told me that Nicola doesn't do anything at all, has $0 income. And that was an interesting stock pick. I got this hot tip from one of our clients, and the reason why it's interesting is because traditionally, a lot of our clients from the Stock Hacker Academy group, a lot of you are interested in earning naked put premium, and so this is a common strategy used by a lot of you. And so when one of our clients said, "Oh, why don't you look into Nicola, because the premium is so high and the stock purchase price at the time it was about $52 or $55, and it was relatively cheap. But then the stock premium, the naked put premium, would still give you a decent premium return." If you don't get assigned, and you don't have to eat up your margin like Tesla does. So that's the reason why I was like, oh, let me look into it. And I clicked into my IB app, as many of you would know and are familiar with. Click into my IB app and look at the stock, and I decided to write a naked put on, actually not just one naked put, I decided to write 5 naked put on Nicola. And so I used my limited chart reading skill at the time, and I picked a 50, maybe not 50, maybe a 2-3 weeks low, stock low, because at the time it was trading at 50 something, over $50, and I decided to pick the previous bid price, which was at $42, trading at $42 or $40. So I decided to write a naked put with strike at $42. In exchange, I get $200 per, maybe $100, I don't remember, $200 per contract. So I got $1,000 in exchange because I wrote 5 contracts.
So you make this trade, you put it in, you collect $1,000 immediately?
Kind of. It's not realized until
Yep.
the contract expired, and that's why I got it, because it's $1,000. I wrote it maybe on Wednesday, and for the Friday, not the coming Friday, the immediate Friday, but for the Friday after. So I got $1,000 for essentially writing a contract for 8 days, which is amazing return, right? And then little did I know that on the immediate Friday, 2 days later after I wrote the naked put, that after the trading hour, after the market closed down, their management came out and said, hey, I'm going to exercise my warrant or whatever to purchase the Nicola stock at $36. So the stock tanked immediately below $42. And needless to say, I did pocket the $1,000 premium, but the reality is that I had to buy the stock at $42, and it went all the way down to as low as $29, I think.
Okay, so you make this trade, you promise someone that you're going to buy it at a certain price. It goes below that price, so
Yeah.
you have to buy it.
Yes.
What happens next?
So I bought it at $42, and showing a gigantic unrealized loss because I bought it at $42, even though it's not quite $42 because I did make the premium. But the way that the app calculated, I bought it at $42. And so I take $42, and then the stock tanked to under $30. Let's just say $30 for easy calculation. So I lost $12 per share, and I have 500 shares. Not much. So it was interesting. And then I think as soon as I get assigned, I roll a cover call at $42. And at the time, I was still getting decent amounts of premium, so I made some money back. And then the stock continued to tank. Sadly, it's not funny, but it's sadly. So then I exit my cover call so I pocket some money because the market came down. I exited my cover call, and then once the cover call was done, I resell another cover call for a future date. actually I saw a cover call expiring this Friday, and I only got $180 or something, or $200. I don't remember. $240 of premium, but the stock has since come back up.
Is it back up above your?
It's above my $42 right now. It's trading as of we speak. It is trading about $42, but it's hovering around 42, sometimes 41 last night, and it goes back up to like 43, 44, and it's going up and down. But that's what we're getting into because Nikola is volatile, and that's the reason why the premium was high. But throughout this exercise, I learned two lessons. First lesson is do not trade any stock that you don't know. Don't be greedy, because I had no idea until Verna over there, she doesn't want to be in the video, but her husband told me that Nikola's stock price made Tesla's stock price look cheap because Nikola had never made any revenue. And so that is not smart. Secondly, I recognize that even though I got a hot tip from my client, if I get stuck, if Nikola doesn't go back up, I got lucky because Nikola just went back up, and I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, that by Friday the stock would go up enough that I would get a sign and I won't lock up the capital. It's just by doing this exercise, I recognize how much capital it is required to trade just naked put strategy or cover call strategy. And my coach, who is a day trader, has been using multiple different strategies: calendar spread, vertical spread, and deep in the money call. Maybe not as deep as Lee's teaching, but it's still deep in the money call to benefit from the stock volatility. And he looked at algo to look at each stock, and there are plenty of trades available. I shouldn't just go offside. I pay for his service just so that I could get the coaching and the stock pick, and I'm not listening. So sometimes it's better to listen to someone who is selecting the stock based on the algo, the data, instead of just me being greedy and listening to just, not listening, but rather just to pick a random stock purely based on the premium.
So you went outside your coach's recommendations, kind of, well, you will now, kind of paid for it, but maybe not if you get the money back.
It will eventually get back, in my opinion. It's very safe. It's just that I would tie up the capital, which was...
You could have made more money.
Yeah, it was around $20,000, and it's unsettling because it ties up so much of my capital, and I can't use that capital for anything else. So with naked put, if I'm not careful enough, just like Nikola, I would be stuck in this trade. If my stock account, or if I have a small size account, I would not be able to achieve my investment goal to generate like a couple $1,000s of income every single week if I tie up so much capital in one stock.
Well, hopefully it all goes well by Friday. You get out and you can make more money.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like it's bad at the end of the day. I still made money, don't get me wrong. It's just that, I could use the capital a lot more efficiently, which is what my coach has always been preaching. And I should just listen to him because there are so many stock trade that I could have bought into instead of, selling a naked put on Nikola.
Makes sense to me. Thank you.
Yeah.